Hey there everyone, Tyler here with Volet, and today we're going to be talking to you about one of our absolute favorite XCD binding options, the Rottefella Xplore. So right here with me, I have the Rottefella Xplore. As you can see, it's a pretty minimal, low profile binding, and this one works great as an alternative to the 3-pin options when we're looking at XCD setups. So something you'll notice about the Xplore right off the bat that's a little bit different is that it actually receives pins rather than having pins on the toe piece of the binding. So the pins within an Xplore system are actually on your boot, and they go ahead and click into the binding. And then you have this bumper or flexor plate right here in the toe that provides resistance for when you're turning downhill. So ultimately, this binding is very easy to use. It's very lightweight. It comes in around 370 grams per pair. And it's also pretty affordable when you look at it compared to, like AT bindings, downhill telemark bindings. When you look at this binding, you have a lot of options for setup. There are a lot of boots out there that pair with this binding, and we offer a bunch from Alpina as well as Crispy. And there's all sorts of options ranging from really light duty and lightweight to pretty burly for the more downhill focused XCD skier. As you can see, this binding comes with a heel riser on the heel pad. It's 36 millimeters, which is great for climbing through steeper terrain. Now overall, the standard bumper that comes in this binding is pretty soft and flexible. You definitely can make downhill turns on it, but the stiffer bumper is what you're gonna go ahead and want if you're more downhill focused. You pair a beefier boot with that stiffer bumper, and you actually have a surprising amount of control for how light duty that this binding appears. To step out of the binding, all you gotta do is press down with your pole on this white tab here in the toe. It'll go ahead and release your boot, and then you're good to walk around. Changing out the bumper is pretty easy. There's this tab here on the side of the binding. All you gotta do is press in on that tab, and it will release the bumper and it pops right out. If you're adding in the other bumper, it's pretty easy as well. You're just gonna go ahead and press in on that tab, and then you're good to go. So the big question that gets asked whenever people see these bindings for the first time is, why are the pins on the boot and not on the binding? And what this system allows is for the pivot point of the whole mechanism, your boot and your binding, it allows it to be shifted closer towards your foot, which gives you better stability and control when you're moving downhill. It also allows for a really nice feel when you're kicking and gliding through flat or rolling terrain. The pins on the boot are spring pin technology, so they recess into the boot, so you don't really have to worry about damaging those pins if you kick it around on rocks or anything. It'll recess into the boot, so they're really nice and durable, and they play really well with this binding. Overall, the Xplore system is something that we'd highly recommend as an alternative to the 3-pin systems that we also offer here. XCD skiing is a ton of fun. It allows you to explore the backcountry in a new, unique way. There's so many different reasons as to why we think you should have an XCD setup, but overall, this system is a fantastic one for that style of skiing. You get good downhill control, you get a really efficient method of climbing, and it's just a nice system that's pretty affordable compared to AT setups or downhill telemark setups. So yeah, that's the Rottefella Xplore binding. Check it out.